Today I fucked up by getting my daughter a call from Santa. I was browsing apps today, when I saw an app that will send you a personalized video from Santa and call your phone during it. I knew my daughter would be thrilled, especially since she can't see Santa in person this year. I was filling out all the information for her video call. This is where I royally screwed up. There was a question asking if she had been good or bad, and what behavior she can improve. At first I thought I would put good, but I decided to put that she needed to improve some bad behavior. I thought it would just encourage her to be good till Christmas. When I told my daughter she had a video call from Santa, she was super excited. We sat down to watch the video, and as Santa talked to her she looked utterly amazed. Then Santa picked up the phone to call her, which again amazed her. I handed her the phone, and I sat watching her. Her expression quickly went from ecstatic to extremely depressed, almost to the point of crying. I couldn't hear exactly what Santa was telling her, so once the call was over I asked what he said. She tells me she's going to be on the bad list. I said I'm sure Santa didn't say that. She responded yes, he did. Santa said I've been being bad, and I have to improve my behavior if I want to be on the good list. I don't think it was nearly as harsh as she believed it was, but I should have known any bad thing said by Santa would upset her, and ruin the whole point of the call. What kid wouldn't be upset, if Santa personally called to tell them they're bad? Lol. Spent the rest of the night telling her Santa just wants her to be good, and she definitely will be on the good list. Nothing I said mattered, because she heard it straight from Santa. Lol. In her words, she's going to be on the bad list no matter what she does now, because she already thought she was being good. She also said Santa hates her, she could just tell. At this point it looks like I've ruined my daughter's Christmas, and maybe Santa forever, or until she grows out of believing. I feel like a giant jerk now. My poor daughter has been being good, and now she thinks Santa hates her. Too long didn't read. I got my daughter a call from Santa, and ruined Santa and Christmas for her. They don't have a preview functionality. Seems that would be a must, so you know what you're getting. They do. I'm just an idiot. Yep, you definitely stepped in it. Dude, ask a friend to be Santa and call your daughter again to fix your mistake. My brother changes my contact name and photo in his phone to Santa every year around the start of November so he can call me with updates and to help them be as good as possible, etc. It's the most wholesomely deceitful thing. But we learned to our peril that even suggesting they might end up on the naughty list was hugely counterproductive. A tip for anyone in a similar position: say they've been basically perfect and it'd be a shame to ruin the streak, etc. Get Santa to call her again and say there was a mix-up in the North Pole, breaking in new elves, and her name was accidentally put on the naughty list. Thanks, I'm totally going to do that tomorrow. Maybe I can salvage Santa for her. Today I fucked up by announcing in front of everyone that my brother's boyfriend has a small dick. This happened right after the clock struck midnight. It was me, my brother, his boyfriend, our neighbor, and their shared friend. They are all the same age and I'm 3.5 years older, so we were just kind of hanging out and listening to music, taking a few shots. For backstory, my brother started dating a new guy about 4 months ago. Apparently his new partner had some problems with sex in the past, but they were ready to try 2.5 months ago. This is where it gets weird. On a separate drunk occasion, just me and my brother, around the same time they started talking about having sex, he blurted out that his dick was too big for his new boyfriend to feel comfortable with. He also told me his boyfriend's dick was way smaller and this made it a little awkward at first. Understandable, I guess. Fast forward the next few months that lead us up to New Year's Day. My brother will not stop talking about how his dick is too big for his boyfriend and his boyfriend's dick is tiny, and apparently this is a bigger problem than I thought in their relationship. I'm getting so sick of hearing about it, I just want to roll my eyes and walk away if one of our friends bring it up with him and I'm in the room. However, being a good sibling and friend, I don't want to seem rude and I just go on my phone or something. Last night I was drinking a lot, but alcohol, especially vodka, takes a long time to catch up with me. I guess it all caught up with me around midnight, a classic mistake. My brother's boyfriend excused himself to the bathroom and my brother immediately started talking to his friend saying I think we're going to try tonight, but my dick is dick yada yada yada. I guess I was just drunk enough to remember important things because I just said, loudly, we all know your boyfriend has a small dick, right as he was coming back out of the bathroom. He stopped, I stopped, everyone stopped. We stared. His boyfriend stormed off. My brother gave me this look that I can only assume means death is coming. I really wasn't expecting him to be done in the bathroom so quickly, I guess. I think I was trying to be funny, but also all of my fed up annoyance was forcing its way out. I apologized profusely and went up to my room, showered, thought about my mistake and went to bed. It's the next morning and nobody is awake yet, and I'm just hoping everyone was too drunk to remember that happening this morning. I feel awful, especially since the drunk numbness is worn off. Too long didn't read, just read the title. I think my brother is going to kill me, but I will keep everyone updated. Feel bad for your brother's boyfriend, frown. With small dick comes small p. That's what fucked you up. Your brother telling you about his own dick is the weirdest part of this story. Yes, never needed to know that. That's rough, but to be fair, your brother probably shouldn't be sharing that personal information about his boyfriend's body to everyone. They probably won't remember. If they do remember, hopefully your brother will learn a valuable lesson about not sharing vulnerable and intimate information constantly about his partner, and about not reading social cues from other people wanting him to change the subject. This is right out of a raunchy rom-com, bless your heart. Happy New Year. Today I fucked up by giving the wrong card number to an Obamacare scammer. Obligatory not today but rather earlier this month. This is kind of like a bittersweet tale of two fuck-ups in one that cancel each other out, and I come away unscathed but having learned an important lesson about online security. So, back before open enrollment started on November 1st, I started looking for an estimate for Obamacare health insurance plans. I'm a broke full-time college student that lives on my own, and my stepdad lost his job in February. I didn't know about the special life event enrollment period at that point. I googled Obamacare insurance quotes, and I clicked on one of the first sites that came up. The website was like, hey, do you want a quick Obamacare quote? I figured, why not, and plugged in my info. It was mostly stuff like my age, pre-existing conditions, and annual taxable income. The site basically told me that if I applied for Obamacare, I'd have insurance plans available for about $60 per month, with affordable copays and lowish deductibles. I thought, okay, cool. I'll make sure to come back to this during open enrollment. I have terrible ADHD and executive dysfunction, and I procrastinated the application until the last day. So, on December 15th, I went to go fill out an application. I was not fully aware that all Obamacare proceedings are handled by Marketplace.gov, and I clicked on the site from earlier because the link was still purple. Filled out my information again, and I was told to call a number on the screen. I did, and I was met with a lady named Jasmine who claimed to be from something like a healthcare committee. I asked if she was connected to the ACA, and she told me yes. Jasmine tells me about a plan that costs about $263 per month for somewhat affordable copays, and it only has an emergency room deductible. I start asking some questions, trying to explain my financial situation and how I couldn't really afford the plan. She tells me she would need $493 that day, or I wouldn't have health insurance. I politely tell her I didn't have that much money to spare right now, and I hang up. Over the next half hour, I start receiving dozens of calls from numbers all across the country. One calls me from the same number as the one I called earlier, and I pick up. It was a young guy, and he told me about a plan that would be $180 per month, almost no copays, and $1,000 deductible. I'd only need to pay $60 that night. Figured that was a way better deal than before, and I agreed to buy the product. He asks for my card number to pay the enrollment fee to reserve my spot. I pull out a card, give him the number, and I keep the card in my hands just in case. He told me another agent would be in touch with some documents I need to sign. Speak with her, sign the documents while on the phone with her, and the call ends. Now for the fuck up. As I put it back in my wallet, I realized I gave him the number to a card that currently has $0 in it. Luckily, it didn't have an overdraft option, the payment just wouldn't go through. I tried calling them, but I was met with their out of office message. They emailed me about an hour later about this, and the email was incredibly fishy. It was like I suddenly noticed all of the red flags I missed and alarm bells were ringing in my head. I showed my partner, and they immediately noticed how obvious of a scam it was. I froze the card, applied for a new one, and I have kept that account empty. I even reported the number and website to the FTC. So too long didn't read, almost fell for a scam I should have seen a mile away. But I didn't because I am currently broke as fuck, and I accidentally gave them a card number to an account with $0 in it. The trick is to never answer your phone. Anything important will come by mail. You got extremely lucky. Ohio 10000% my dude. You lucked out. Thankfully, I hate scammers! My wife received a text yesterday about a package that hadn't been delivered by Christmas, due to the holiday shipping backlog. As she clicked the link in the text, on her phone, thankfully, she proceeded to tell me about the text she had just received. Immediately, I asked her if that text sounded logical, which is when she freaked out. She closed the page that opened up after clicking the link and all was well again. My only thought after that was how many innocent people these assholes were screwing out of their hard-earned money during the holidays. There's a special place in hell for people like this. Did I mention that I hate scammers? If you gave them personal information, then you're not out of the clear yet. Glad you won that battle, but there may be more to come. Good luck. I've done the same thing. I was just starting school, and had applied for financial aid. I got a call from somebody claiming to be a part of a program I had been looking at. They said I qualified for an extra $1,200 in free financial aid. I was so excited that I was basically getting free money. I gave him all my info. He then said he needed a $100 / fee for it to be deposited in my account, and asked if I had the funds. I did, but if I paid it, I wouldn't have had enough for rent, so I told him I didn't, but that I could call back next week if that was okay. We hung up right when my boyfriend got back from work, and of course I was so excited to share this news with him. LOL, yeah. Thank goodness my BF was smarter than me, and I wasn't willing to be late on rent. We would have been super screwed.